What is up, everybody, and welcome to FLW Videos. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the Adventure Sync Hatchathon event happening in Pokemon Go, and then of course why you would want to take advantage of this event. It is going to be from January 2nd until January 16th. There's going to be a lot of things going on with this event, but specifically, you are going to want to get your distance for that Adventure Sync, and then there's of course the topic of debate of what is going to be the best way to get yourself that distance. Of course, we are all big fans of the sock method on this channel, but I actually want to bring up an alternative that you can kind of see behind me. Very excited to talk about that, but of course, let's go ahead and jump into the actual event itself, and then we'll get into some of the fun stuff. But if you do enjoy this episode, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. But without further ado, let's go ahead and swing in to the episode. That was cheesy, wasn't it? This graphic was created by Couple of Gaming with the GoHub team. And on the surface, as far as the Pokemon are concerned, we actually have a set of 4 different families that will be able to obtain a party hat throughout this Adventure Sync Hatchathon. Some of them are going to be egg exclusive, such as Pichu and Wurmple. Very disappointed about Wurmple, but go ahead and check this out. Oh, that looks so good. If you can get yourself a shiny party hat Wurmple, that's going to be super rare. And then other than that, we're actually going to have 2 of these Pokemon end up showing up in the 2-star raid system. And because of it being exclusive to like the upper levels of the evolutions, that means that, for example, Rattata will not be able to get itself that party hat, while on the other hand, Raticate can. Kind of interesting. And then finally, being able to find Pikachu in the wild with that party hat. And then not only that, because you can find both Pikachu as well as Pichu, that means that you will be able to evolve it to a Raichu to get yourself that party hat. But in total, we have 6 Pokemon that will be exclusive to having that party hat, which should be fairly interesting. So on the surface, people aren't going to necessarily be as excited about that. I think they're going to kind of sweep this event under the rug, but it starts to get better once you go down further on the graphic, where you've got 2 times Hatch Candy and 2 times Hatch Stardust. If you're one of those people who likes to farm eggs and of course use a ton of incubators, paying for them, not paying for them, doing whatever, you're going to love this event because you're going to definitely get the biggest bang for your buck, especially if you end up using yourself a star piece and can predict when you end up hatching the eggs. Try to do as many in bulk as you possibly can. But finally, ladies and gentlemen, this is single-handedly the #1 reason why you should get out there, why you should get some of that distance for yourself, and that's going to be 50,000 Stardust, 15 Rare Candy, and 1 Unova Stone guaranteed for hitting 50 kilometers on Adventure Sync. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? The way that this is going to work out, because we're going from January 2nd to January 16th, means that you are going to end up running across 2 different Mondays throughout this event, and that is when you're able to obtain the rewards that you end up getting for the week. So that's going to be insane. So in total, you will get 100,000 Stardust, 30 Rare Candy, and 2 Unova Stones throughout this event by simply logging in your 50 kilometers and of course collecting it on Monday at 9 a.m. in your local time zone. If you can't log on right then, whenever you end up logging on, that's of course when you'll be able to receive the rewards. I ended up doing this last week, got up to 50 kilometers, and the rewards are actually pretty good just on their own. I did get 3 Rare Candy, which I was very excited about, but for this event is going to be insane and something that you are 100% going to want to take advantage of. So how exactly are you going to be able to obtain this 50 kilometers throughout this event? So in the past, we ended up figuring out that the sock method ended up being the best on like a per time basis. For example, we ended up running an experiment where in 10 minutes, the sock was able to pull in 1.6 kilometers literally in just 10 minutes of doing this. And throughout the episode, I tried a lot of different methods, one of them including the actual phone swing. And unfortunately, I could not get it to work. I tried so many times and it would never work. And I ended up getting a ton of comments on it saying, dude, you gotta try it again. You gotta try to move the phone around a little bit. You gotta try and do a couple of things a little bit different. It is totally worth it once you can end up figuring it out. And ladies and gentlemen, I finally got this swing to work. So now we have to ask ourselves the question, what's gonna be the better method? Are we going to end up sticking with the sock method, or are we gonna end up going with this phone swing method? Anyways, as far as the phone swing is concerned, I had to adjust the arms a little bit, move them around some, that way the magnet wasn't hitting the bottom of it, and disrupting the swing. And now that I ended up getting it set up, it was just off to the races. Set a timer, of course, up for 10 minutes just to give it a similar comparison. And as far as the final results are concerned, I ended up getting a total of 0.9 kilometers over 10 minutes. So then, when you compare the two to each other, you've of course got the phone swing, and that ends up pulling in 0.9 kilometers in 10 minutes. Or you could end up going with the sock method and getting 1.6 kilometers in 10 minutes. But to be honest, we know that the sock method is going to be the best on a timing basis. But at the same time though, as far as the effort is concerned, I could just sit back, let my phone swing just do its thing for literally hours and not have to put in any effort, and I'll still be able to get those 50 kilometers throughout the week. So in some sense, yes, it's not necessarily the best as far as efficiency is concerned, but at the same time though, you could end up doing it, setting it up in the background, just occasionally if you're playing video games, if you're working on something, doing whatever, just go ahead and put your phone in the cradle. And they're actually really cheap, by the way. I'll put a link in the description as well. So for me personally, I've kind of transitioned over to using the phone swing, and if I'm in a real-time crunch, got to get some last-minute kilometers in, that's where I'm going to end up switching over to the sock method to be able to finish it out, just because it is so effective on the timing basis. But anyways, I hope you did enjoy this episode. Hopefully you are going to take advantage of this Adventure Sync Hatchathon, getting yourself that 100,000 Stardust, and then of course those 30 rare candies and 2 Unova stones. Let me know what your plans are for this event in the comments section below. Are you going to be on the team sock? Are you going to be on the team phone swing? Or are you team legs where you just walk it? I mean, I don't discriminate against any of them. Anyways, let me know in the comments section below, and I will see you next time. If you want to develop a deeper connection, I would highly recommend you to check out Patreon. We've got a lot of really cool things going on over there. Check out all of these supporters that we have. We are almost up to 100. We are also posting some special content, some behind the scenes work. And if that is the type of thing that interests you, I would highly recommend you to check it out.